What's up, everybody? Glad to be bringing you yet another figure review, and this one's a first for the channel. I'm going to be actually reviewing Mattel WWE figures, and wow, I saw this at Target, and I follow wrestling news figures, but I completely forgot about this guy, or rather this set, coming out and being a Target exclusive. So when I saw it on the shelves yesterday, I was just blown away. And let me tell you, it's a doozy. It is from, like I said, Mattel, and it is the Raw 30th Anniversary 3-pack. Let's talk about it. So yeah, like I said, I saw this on the shelves yesterday, and just straight off the bat, for $65 for 3 Elites, that's not too bad. And you get some extra accessories that we're going to talk about with the video review. But I mean, I'm a wrestling fan from way back when. A matter of fact, if you are, especially if you're a guy from the 80s, but you know, lots of girls too watched it. But if you were a young boy in the 80s and early 90s, you were watching wrestling. And during those early 90s, you saw the shift from the flamboyant, you know, Hulk Hogan's, the Ultimate Warriors, the Macho Mans, to some newer characters. And then came along Monday Night Raw, which was just going to be the flagship show for then WWF, now WWE. And here we are 30 years later, and that show is still on television. And so Target and Mattel came together, came up with this 3-pack idea, and it is fantastic. I can't wait to start talking about it. I can't wait to open it. So enough of me, let's get to it. First things first, this set is massive. I mean, I can't even get it all in frame at the moment. It is such a large set. I mean, and pretty much what you get is what I would call a premium package, because this is, you know, you've got on top the classic Monday Night Raw logo. Of course, it's the Elite Collection that features The Undertaker, Razor Ramon, and the 1, 2, 3 Kid, and includes Raw entrance letters from 1995 to 1997. And I mean, those are just iconic. If you were watching Raw and seeing them come out to those big Raw logo, that big Raw logo, it was so cool. And so yeah, you've got the up here in the corner, you've got the true FX lifelike details, and of course we've got the back, and you get a glamour shot of the 3 included characters, which of course is The Undertaker, Razor Ramon, and 1, 2, 3 Kid, as I said earlier. And so, just read this little blurb here to you. Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw. On January 11th, just in a matter of days, the world was introduced to a show that would change television history, Monday Night Raw. From the first episode featuring Undertaker in the main event to unforgettable moments like 1, 2, 3 Kid's upset victory over Razor Ramon, the WWE Universe knew they were in for something special every Monday night. 30 years later, Raw is the longest-running weekly show on air today. Uncut, uncooked, and uncensored. So yeah, this set is really cool, and wow, this is something that you could even leave in the package and it would look great. But of course, you know me, I am a out-of-box collector. So give me a few moments, I'll get these unlocked from their plastic prison, and we'll talk about it. Okay, you know it's large when I can't get it to fit in the camera view, so I'll just kind of pan around real quick. So of course, this is the classic Raw logo from 95 through 97, I believe. And it's huge. I mean, the letters were stacked up on each other inside the box, so I didn't realize just how large it was. And of course, it's, you know, if we kind of look up a little bit, there's actually even dents in the logo, just like the Raw logo was back in the 90s. You know, kind of hard to see in the video, but especially on the A, if I get to, you can see some of the dents in it and some of the dings. Gave it that uncooked, uncut, uncensored feel, as they say in that little blurb. But yeah, this is great. This is really cool. It's a really cool accessory to have that makes that $65 price point. You know, that's a good spot for this set, I believe. You get 3 figures, you get accessories, and you get, of course, the Raw logo. So, with that being said, I mentioned you get 3 figures, and of course, we'll just start into what a lot of people remember about Raw when it first kicked off the air. And of course, that is the famous match between Razor Ramon, and the 1-2-3 Kid. So, just to give you a quick comparison of the height of the stage versus the figures, there's 1-2-3 Kid, and here is the bad guy, Razor Ramon. Now, we're going to look at these figures individually, but I just kind of wanted to give you if I can get Razor to stand up. I love that he comes with his thumb accessories, so he can just do his classic point at himself. So yeah, you get a good feel for how tall those letters are. But yeah, starting with the 1-2-3 Kid, Razor we'll get to in a moment. So the 1-2-3 Kid is, of course, if you know him, you'll know him later as Six or X-Pac, depending on if you were watching WCW or WWE at the time. Or if you're old school, you know him as the Lightning Kid or the 1-2-3 Kid, like me. It was interesting. I remember actually growing up not realizing that Six was the 1-2-3 Kid because he had simply grown a beard. He kind of gotten away from the kid look. But yeah, so during that match, he beats Razor Ramon, and Razor Ramon keeps challenging week after week for money. And of course, it eventually gets to the amount of $10,000. And get this cool accessory. It's just a simple bag. But it also comes with many of these rolls of $100 bills. And the cool thing is I noticed these are old $100 bills that would have been around between in the early 90s. It's not the $100 bills we know today. It's the older version, if you remember what they used to look like. And so, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's an extra little detail they didn't have to do, and they did. So look at that. That's really cool. And of course, the money can fit in these bags, or in this bag, rather. You can just drop it right in there. You know, and of course, the kid can put it in his hand. It's just it was zip tied in the bag. I did not care for that because now there's a little hole in the fabric. But I get why they did it. So yeah, you know, he can hold on to the bag with the money in it, and there's a whole bunch of them. I think there's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of those bundles of money. So, not only do we have the bundles of money, Kid comes with some hand accessories, and he's got 2. Make that 1 because I just dropped it. He gets 2 punching fist hands. Getting the other one. So yeah, he comes with 2 Fist of Fury, as they like to say. So he gets those. Now there are other hands in here as well, so I assume you could do some swapping out. But I think the other hands belong to Razor, and then the gloved hands belong to Undertaker. But, excellent figure. I don't know if any of the... He's got pins in the joints, it looks like. Pinless up at the elbows, that's cool. So, if you guys like pinless, I don't mind if there's pins that are showing, especially if they can be covered up with, you know, elbow pads. And of course, there's the L Kid for Lightning Kid. But, I'm not the hugest Kid fan, but this is a cool figure. It's nice to have. Fits with the theme, right? And of course, we'll go on to his opponent of the evening, the bad guy, Razor Ramon. So of course, this is Razor in his green tights. Strange that the greens don't quite match up. The jacket is obviously a lot brighter. The elbow pad is very bright, but then everything else is dark green. Now, maybe that's how it was whenever the event went on. It's been 30 years. I don't quite remember. Maybe they were a little... I seem to remember it being the dark green, not the bright green on the jacket. But still, this is a cool figure. Comes with his gold chains. Comes with the classic Scott Hall FX face. On the back, we have the Razor Ramon, the razor blades, and of course, razor blades on the knee pads. And yeah, just a great figure. It's I think this underneath is just painted on, so they just painted like an underneath pad, which is fine, no big deal. And of course, he comes with these hands that have the thumbs, but he also comes with a set of open hands. So if you want to make him doing that cool little walk he does, or he also comes with gripping hands. So very cool. And like I said, I'm pretty sure you could also take these, like I showed earlier, you could also take these 1, 2, 3 kid hands. Jeez, that just wants to get away from me today. And you could also probably use those as well. But yeah, very cool figure. Doesn't come with any other accessories other than what the gold chains, like I said, but it's a solid figure. And again, just for scale purposes, look how cool that is. That is, the red really pops against the green really pops against the red. I like that. So, the bad guy, Razor Ramon. I guess we can check his joints if they're pinless, or they are also pinless at the elbows. The knees, I don't know. Not going to be able to tell you. Doesn't matter. They're covered up anyway. So, solid figure. And finally, of course, probably my favorite out of the set. No, probably. My favorite. The Undertaker. And of course, we've got the classic Undertaker in the gray, with the gray tie. And now, I'm a huge Undertaker fan. He's kind of on my Mount Rushmore, so that's why, another reason why I wanted to get this. So, what you see with Undertaker, he comes with 2 additional accessories. He comes with extra hands, of course. And there they are. 1 set extra hands in the gray. Otherwise, his accessories are his hat, which is removable. His jacket, which is also removable, and his tie, which is also removable. So, I don't know for sure, because I don't have that many Undertaker figures. I only have, quickly looking, I only got 2 other Undertaker figures. And one's the Last Ride, Last Final Match. So, and then one's the Ultimate Edition. But I think this is a new head sculpt. I've seen quite a few. I look at the wrestling figures when I go through Walmart's, Targets, etc. But I don't ever recall seeing one with a lot of hair on the face, and that's definitely how he looked in the mid to late mid 90s. Yeah, right whenever Raw was coming out, he wore his hair much more in his face. So that's really cool. And just for the grins of it, I will quickly pull him off camera to see what we got when we take off these accessories. For you wondering at home, this is all the tie is. It's just a elastic strap, so that's really easy. I just popped the head off, as you can see, and I'm just quickly taking the jacket off so we can see what match Undertaker would look like versus entrance Undertaker. This jacket is a strange material. It's not like pleather. It's not quite fabric. I'm not really sure what to call it, to be honest. I can tell you it's harder than heck to get off. He's got he's got his open hands, and so it's really hard to pull it off. Oh, now that's cool. So sorry. I'm talking off camera and you don't get to see this, but you will now as soon as He has the tattoos on his arm from the early 90s, so he's just got the ones that go about up to his elbow. So there's that classic demon. It's not colored in, but still, I mean, that's really cool. So, of course, this is what you get if you take off the jacket and the tie. And that's a solid, figure. That looks good. He's got the pinless elbows as well. There's that hair in the face. You can still see his eyes. And so, of course, he's got the open hands. Of course, you can make him doing his classic Undertaker pose. And yeah, it's just I am not sure what this is all about. This split across the chest. For those of you that collect wrestling figures, there's something... What's the story behind this little split? It doesn't move. He's got ab crunch, but I don't know what that is. That's a very weird torso cut. Is it on the back? Yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess that's supposed to be a seam, but I don't know. That's just weird. Anyway, he's also got the gray on his boots. And, yeah, this is a fun figure. So, all that to say, and there he is. Oh, about knocked over the Raw sign. One thing I didn't mention about the Raw signs is they have these little triangular pegs that go on the back that help support them to be able to stand. And you have to plug them in. There's 2 on each letter. And they are kind of finicky. I mean, I would say the Raw logo right now is standing very precariously. I'm surprised it hasn't fallen over, but it is standing right now. But I just noticed when I was putting those triangular pegs in, and then I stood them on my table, that they didn't really want to stand very well. But that being said, this 3-pack I think is a solid win. Go ahead and get Razor out here. If I can get him to stand. His legs are just a little splayed too far. Razor. And of course the kid. The 1, 2, 3 kid. So yeah, for $65, I think this is a solid set to pick up. If you find it at your Target, well, no if. That's the only place you're going to find it unless you get on the secondary market. If you find it, I suggest buying it. And otherwise, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate it. And I'd appreciate a big old thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you can see when I post new videos. I've got some G.I. Joe videos coming up this week, some more Masters of the Universe videos coming up. So if any of that grabs your fancy, please subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me what you like about this set, what you don't like about this set. If you collect a lot of wrestling figures, tell me some stuff I missed. Give me some insight. I always appreciate it. I try to answer all the comments when I can. But otherwise, I will talk to you guys later.